So, eh. So what I'm gonna be doing is, okay, forgot to go live on Twitch there. But anyways, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be streaming straight into the new year because I got like 90 minutes of 2022 left, the year of the Nike 1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream straight into the new year, and I only have one thing I want to do on Gran Turismo 3 tonight, but it should last me to the new year, because last time we finished off the Amateur League with, and now it's time, as I said I would do before, I'm going to get a start tonight on the Endurance League. Anyway, and also, in order to ring in the new year, I have that clock right there, because I mean, this is what I did last year when I did this, so. Okay. Yep, it's streaming to YouTube in 1440p as usual. So, let's get started, shall we? So, where endurance races. I might have to move the clock with that clock. That's just a random browser source. Okay, officially it's time to start the endurance races. And tonight we're doing the Grand Valley 300. The legendary 300-kilometer run. Master this high-speed technical course. I mean, this is probably the most iconic endurance event in the entire Gran Turismo series. 60 laps around, well, hold on, I'm gonna move this slightly over because I know that'll be blocking like the car stuff once I'm in the race. And I know the AI cars that can show up there are all GT500 cars. I mean, I do have one here. But I have another idea. One that I tried to do in the All Japan GT, and it didn't really work out well, but I want to try it again. I don't know if it'll work any better this time, but where'd I put it? Here it is. The Spoon S2000. The game crashed, so yeah. So I think I'll have to buy everything for this car again. Alright. Hold on. There's one thing I want to do before we continue. It's not much, but might as well go promo this somewhere. Oh, and my phone just died. Oh well, it's no big deal. Alright, so anyways, I think I already have everything, so should exit Steam as well. Okay, right, and I gotta buy this thing, because this thing is basically no power. And obviously it has some power, but you know what I mean, it doesn't have much power. And I'm gonna get these tires, because this is a long race. 60 laps, so this should last me like probably an hour 40 something. Somewhere around that. Alright, phone is plugged in. If this doesn't work, I'll switch to like the Clio or something. Alright, 338 horsepower. Fairly low weight, so honestly I kind of wish I won like the C West Sylvia. That would be a fun choice there. From like the Amateur World Championship, that could have been a fun choice, but whatever. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I want to do something. Alright, it's time for the first endurance event. Yep, there are 10 of them, so this will last me quite a while, if not as much as the professional league will. But, I mean, I could also do Seattle tonight, but I want to save both of these together for, like, basically the American endurances. Alright, Grand Valley. Let's roll. Let's freaking go. This is basically the flagship endurance race of the Gran Turismo series, so... yeah. And yep, it's all GT500s. We got the Pennzoil GTR, Arta NSX. I mean, I have one of those myself. Densa Supra, Loctite GTR, and a Raybrig NSX. So we got the lone Supra there. Okay. I'm gonna keep the downforce as is. And I don't know what to do with these. Definitely slam this. Yes. Hello, Rosso. Toro? What's up? And yep, Raybrig NSX. I mean, I'm gonna try and do this in the Spoon S2000. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. I have the Arta NSX too, but if this doesn't work, I actually have the Clio as backup, since I know that'll stand a better chance here than this thing. I mean, this S2000, when I tried this thing in the All Japan GT, it didn't really work as well because, I mean, look at how slow this thing is. But this is a longer race, so I figure maybe it'll work better here than in a sprint race. Assuming the game doesn't crash. Which I wouldn't rule out, because that's happened a lot with this. And if you're wondering why the clock is there, I'm doing that to count down the new year. It doesn't have the torque or the horsepower. No, this thing only accepts one stage of tuning, and it doesn't add much power, so I basically have to outhandle these guys, because, yes. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to try using the Renault Clio race car, since I do have one. I was just trying to use as many cars as I can, and I already used the Clio in the All Japan GT, specifically because this thing didn't work well. Okay, 8 seconds, so this is definitely not going to work. Yeah, this thing has basically no torque, so yeah, I'm not surprised this is not going to work. So, I could use the Clio, but I already used that before, and I want to try something else, so... Hold on. Didn't mean to specifically sort by power, but... I'm thinking I'll use this thing. Lancer Evo 6 rally car. This could be a fun choice. Alright, give it slick tires. Definitely have to give this thing a little extra power, but 342. Okay. I want to for the fun of it, I want to lowball the power a bit, because I mean that would make the race more interesting, but I am willing to go all out if this doesn't work. Now, this thing is about... I think this thing... So we got Supra, NSX, GTR, another NSX, and the Loctite GTR. Once again, just one Supra. Alright, so... I'm gonna make this basically rear-wheel drive, because, yeah. I'm not gonna bother messing with the gearing, since... But I am gonna make this go as low as possible. We'll keep the downforce as is. Now this has about the same power to weight as the Spoon S2000, but it should have more torque. Oh yeah, and even though I'm down on power on these compared to these guys, it looks like I'm definitely keeping up better here than with the S2000. So yeah, it looks like I found a good car for this. Don't crash into the wall. And don't crash emulator, please. Alright, I'm no longer in last place. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be a roughly 2-hour race after all. Or possibly longer if I have to deal with the game crashing. Because with... Alright. So, Happy New Year's. Thank you. Alright. So I'm still way behind, but it looks like this is slightly faster than before. So I'll keep going for 7 seconds. I'll keep going for a bit longer for this, and if it doesn't work, I'll break out the big turbo. Duh. 7.5. I think it was at 7 before. I'm just scared whenever the game lags like that because because of the way I had the emulator set up, it's been crashing a lot. 8.5. Oh, don't you dare. Please don't crash on me. Alright, I gotta look at something. There was like a complaint about the EE clamping settings. I don't know what that's about, but I gotta take a look at that. Hold on. Maybe if I... EFPU clamp mode is not set to default. This breaks some games. I don't know what that's about. Hmm. And I'm gonna... Alright, so the game's slightly back to normal. And I'm gonna save state more frequently just in case this happens again. Alright, let's get back to business. No, don't exit the race. And it crashed right as I save. Why does it do this? And I don't know what it's going on. Why? I don't know what this EE clamp mode is. And I don't know how to change that. Like, I don't know where the EE clamp mode setting is. I'd change it if I'd change it if I could find it. Alright, Alright, let's... where is this clamping setting? I'm gonna look this up. I don't like doing this kind of thing on stream, but I just want to make the thing stop crashing. Because it's just been annoying. Let's see. I'm used to the old PCSX2 interface, not whatever this is. Display. Map mapping. Upscaling. Is there a way to disable the OSD? Ugh. Like, how do I disable all the clamping? Ugh. I can't find the setting for it because it keeps complaining about it, and I don't know what's breaking the emulator. EEFPU clamp mode is not set to default. I don't know where that is. Whatever. This is... Alright, enough nonsense. Let's just get back to business, shall we? I just wish I could stop the emulator constantly crashing, because it's wasting everyone's time. Also, this thing is wearing out the tires quickly, it seems. Okay, yeah, this is not gonna work. The Supra is way too fast, so... You know what? Alright. Let's break out. Let's do what I want. Alright, let's... Hold on, I'm gonna put this here, so I can save state more easily. And then I'm gonna use... Alright, so I've wasted 20 minutes of your time trying to use cars that I kind of figured were too slow anyway, so... I could break out the NSX again, but I already used that thing in the Dream Cars Championship. And I kind of wanted to use a slower car, but... You know what? I have it, so I'm gonna use it. I have the car, so I have an appropriate car for this, so I might as well use it. Worst case scenario, I can use the Evo 6 for the rally races. I don't know if I'll ever end up using the Spoon S2000. Okay. Everything looks in order. Let's just go for it. Oh, and we have an imposter on the grid. Wait, I forgot tires. There's something I'm forgetting here. This has been disorganized. Alright, slicks. That's more like it. Yeah, because medium would have made me terrible for pits. Alright. After like 20 minutes of nonsense, hopefully this is the After over 20 minutes of nonsense, hopefully this is the real deal. So, let's roll. So, we got 2 GTRs, an NSX, and 2 Supras on the grid. So, looks like we got 2 of each, including me. I own NSX, so this'll be fun. Okay. Maybe I should have just gone with the NSX originally, but whatever. Let's just roll. Alright, and we're off with the Grand Valley 300, hopefully for real this time, and hopefully no crashing. I imagine, given that I'm in equally matched machinery here, I'll blow everyone away, but what you gonna do? Trying to lowball the power wasn't working out well, so... And I could have used the Clio, but I think that I don't imagine that thing being good on the tires, so... And hey, I don't really care if it's that difficult, I just want to have some fun with this. least I set up the transmission pretty perfectly. Now, it's gonna make this awkward is my computer isn't a really good space heater, so it's gonna get sweaty in here. Maybe I should open the window. Wait, I realized... Hold on. I have another idea. Okay, it's been half an hour, but final false alarm, I swear. I just realized I have enough money that I could buy a GT500 car. Specifically, the GTR. Now, I'll have to sell a vehicle. That's fine. Alright, let's see. What can I get rid of? Okay. This is the one I use, so I'm just gonna get rid of this duplicate Z'd. Because I just realized I can buy the GT500 Skyline. I should have thought of this earlier, but 785,000 for this, which means I'm basically broke now, but I'll make it all back in due time. I could get the super duper slicks, but whatever. Just out of curiosity, how much power can I put in this? All of the power. Obviously not going to do that, but... Okay, so... This has been half an hour of nonsense. I mean... It's a false start. Car's too slow, and... car's too used. So... It's... You know what? No. I want to... There's no NSX on the grid. I want the NSX. Come on, give me like an equal. Alright, we got 2 NSXs and 1 Supra on the grid. That's fine. This has been up through... Okay, this is where I had it with the NSX. This will be fine. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Alright, and this seems a little more tricky to handle than the NSX, but hopefully not as overpowered. Okay, I'm not immediately blowing away the NSX, so this will be more interesting. I'm just curious where this pit strategy is going to work out. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing wears out the front tires quickly, because it's also quite easy to break the rear out in this thing. Well, at least the game is running smoothly. So far. And I'm not blowing this NSX away, so that's fun. Okay, now I'm starting to finally pull a lead on the NSX. And the question is, how long will it be able to go on a pit stop? Because my plan is to go at least 10 laps. Because I don't know how far the NSX can go on a single stint, but I'm gonna try to go at least 10 laps. Maybe if the NSX can go more than that, that'll be cool. What I'd love to do is out pit more than the NSX to hopefully keep with it on track somewhat closely. Ooh, looks like my front tires are starting to wear out a bit. Okay, I'm not surprised this thing is wearing out the tires pretty quickly, but what you gonna do? Not sure what that squeaky sound was. that weird sound again. Alright. No matter what happens, I'm gonna go for 10 lap stints. Oh yeah, see NSX already pitting in? Yep. So the NSX can go 7 laps. But that's definitely the fastest car here, so... You know what? I'm gonna pit in after this, and then eventually switch over to 6 lap. Then do a couple 5 laps, and then eventually switch to 6 lap stints. I mean, I can definitely go further, but... that's not the point. At least the game's running stable now. I upped the clock speed, so that might help. On the emulator. Alright. Now to save a state in case... Less than 45 minutes to go to the new year. Well, I'm not surprised I can never beat these guys on track. I mean, it might as well sandbag myself for the fun of it. Okay, 10.9 there. $11.5 there. Alright, 40 minutes to go. And there goes the Arta NSX. So it looks like the Supra, not sure what the other car. Oh, yep, the Castrol NSX is back in the lead. Alright. The good news is that it hasn't crashed with the skyline at all. Alright, and here comes the NSX. Oh, and there goes the Denso Supra. Is that it? Has every car pitted now? I'm not sure. Okay, I think the NSX pits this lap, so half an hour to go in the year. I have a lot more left in the race. Well, so much for any kind of challenge at this point. Might as well just cruise. Oh wait, I forgot to pit. Oh well. Oh, I should probably save state in case it crashes. Even though I've got the lead pretty far at this point, I'm still going to continue on with this silly pit strategy. Even though I could probably stretch it much further. I knew I wouldn't get much challenge with this car, but the other cars I tried were just too slow, so... "20 minutes to go." And the NSX has to fit in this lap, so... Hello, Turfy, I didn't notice your comment earlier. Am I intending the slides? Not specifically. It's just this car is it's pretty easy to break the tail loose. Sorry I didn't notice your comment. I'm just in, like, concentration mode. Oh, yeah. I didn't notice. Yeah. But yeah, this car gets loose pretty easily, because, yeah. And also, I'm pitting every 6 laps, even though I could probably go safely go much longer, because... Yes, merry calendar, miss. Except I'm still stuck in... Thank you for the follow. I'm still stuck in the year of our Lord Nike 1 until... for like 15 more minutes. There goes the Arta NSX. I'm trying to pit like roughly 6 laps, every 6 laps, because the fastest AI car on track goes every 7. Yes, I'm on the West Coast. And if you're wondering why I have the clock on screen, that's so I can count down to the new year once I hit it. Yeah, this is the... And I'm using the Pennzoil GTR. I tried a couple other cars. I tried using the Spoon S2000 or the Lancer Evo 6 rally car, but those were a bit too slow, and those are way too slow, and I was gonna use the Arta I was going to use the Arta NSX, but then I aborted that because because I had already used that car. I wanted to try something else, and I realized partway through I could get enough money to buy this thing, and I figured why not. Yes. I mean, I'm at the stage. I've already finished the beginner and amateur events, so I'm at the stage of the game where money doesn't really matter. And I don't know if we'll end up buying anything for any of the other endurance races, but we'll see. I have a lot of cars I want to actually, like, drive. Oh yeah, the Toyota GT1. That's a good one. I mean, technically... Yeah. Well, originally the Toyota GT1 ran as a GT1 car, but in 1998, but then in 1999 it ran as a GTP because of rule changes, and it ran as a GTP rather than a mainline Le Mans prototype because at the time all the mainline LMPs were open cockpit. Yes, this is the one with the Escudo wheelie glitch, and I do plan to do that later. Much later on, I do plan to do the Escudo wheelie glitch. Yes. And I think people have actually made the Escudo wheelie on GT7 as well. Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried it myself, though. In fact, I've never actually tried the Escudo wheelie glitch on GT3 either, but I will later. I will eventually, because I know there's one specific race where where I want to use the Escudo. Although, however, I have taken the Escudo to over 300 miles an hour in this game, since you can power it up to 1,800 horsepower in this. Well, I am on, like, the second... I'm on the second hardest grade of slick tires. And also, I don't know how to tune suspensions. Yeah. I don't really care. It's not like I have any real chance of losing this, but yeah. "34 seconds ahead." Yeah. I didn't want to be this far ahead. I wanted to be closer, but it's kind of hard to keep a close race in a race this long. Like, I was trying to use a slower car, but it didn't work out as well. But what you gonna do? At this point, I care more about having fun. Also, 10 minutes to go until I finally can ring in calendar miss. Oops. I was not paying attention there. I was trying to... I wanted to do a save state because I forgot to do it on my previous pit stop, because on the emulator, I've occasionally had issues with the game constantly crashing. Maybe it's because I have texture mods or something. And I was trying to, like, quickly do it while I was on the front straight, but that didn't work out. Because I have two monitors, and I have like, the main PC... And I have, like, the PCSX2, like, other menu open on another... on the other monitor. And I'm actually And then I'm actually playing this straight through the OBS preview window, because the way the emulator works, I can just... the controller can work even when I'm not directly focused on the emulator windows, so... Also, looks like I finally have a back marker I'm catching up to. Time to draft for less than one lap, yeah. I mean, I'm not even really oh, it looks like it's the other Pennzoil GTR? I mean, I'm not really trying to hot lap at this point, I'm just cruising. Hello, Doppelganger, how you do? Yeah, this car wants to slide, yeah. I mean, you should watch the stream where I did the super license test, like, test with where you drive this car around midfield. I got the gold time exactly. I think I did, because one of the super license, because, I mean, I'm sure, since you've currently played this game before, yeah, you probably remember. One of the super license tests, you take this car around midfield, and I got the gold time of 1:11 exactly. Yeah. Early in 2022, I streamed the first two Gran Turismos, and I went for all golds on all the licenses there. Yeah. And I went for all golds on all the licenses on here, too. And when I eventually get around to Gran Turismo 4, I'm going to go for all golds again. Anyway, here's the other GTR, the Loctite one. Alright, and yeah, the Castrol NSX is the fastest AI car on track here, and it pits every 7 laps, so it just went in. Calsonic GTR? I don't think it's on the grid. I wanted a grid that had like two of each, each of the GTR, Supra, and NSX. I think I ended up getting, yeah. So the AI cars in this are Castrol and Arta NSX. I think it's the Denso Supra, and then the Loctite and another Pennzoil Skyline. So no Castrol Supra or Hillsonic Skyline. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is a classic vehicle. I mean, it was on the it was on the front cover or art of the I mean, it was on like the title screen of the original Gran Turismo, although that was, I think, the 1996 one. The later Gran Turismos have featured different model years of it. Like, I think the one in this game is from 2000. Gran Turismo 2 had, I think, the 1999 model, and the more recent ones have featured the 1997 model. Oh yeah, which one? The 180SX or the R30 or the R33? Because there were two of them. Yeah, there were two. All right, 1 minute to go until 2022. Yeah, because there were two HKS drag cars in GT2. There was a 180SX, and then there was an R33 GTR. Even though it was basically useless for racing, I did enjoy like messing around with the 180 because you could take that thing to like over 200. I think I was able to take that thing to over 270 miles an hour once. All right, and this officially puts me at the halfway mark of the race as we come into the new year. And all right, it's time to count down. Oh, the storm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry calendar miss. Yeah. Oh yeah, stream delay. But yeah, we are officially... Which means we officially did not get the Nike 1 in 2022. Yes, merry calendar miss. I'm keeping the clock on. I only have it on for whenever I do these New Year's streams. And also it looks like the Arta NSX has taken second place again. I guess the NSXs are the fastest ones here. Now originally when doing the Grand Valley... Now earlier on in this stream, I spent like the first half an hour just messing around because I couldn't figure out what car to use. Like, I tried using the Spoon S2000 race car and the Evo 6 rally car, but those were both way too slow because I wanted to try and lowball the power. I could have tried the Renault Clio race trophy car since I do have one, but I had already used that elsewhere and I wanted to try something I hadn't driven yet. And I did already win the Arta NSX, but I've already driven that in something. And then I realized I have had enough money. I could easily scrounge up enough money to buy this thing. Well, yeah, it's 60 laps. That's how long this race... Yeah, it's an endurance race. It's the Grand Valley 300, probably the most iconic endurance race in the Gran Turismo series. Although, I mean, this isn't even the longest. I mean, this race takes like just under 2 hours to do typically. And this isn't. There are several endurance races in the game that are actually longer. The longest individual race in this game is the Tokyo Endurance, which takes like 2 hours and 45 minutes to beat, depending on what car you use, because that's like a 500k endurance. And there are a couple 2-hour timed races. Oh, you mean the Super Speedway Endurance? What I find funny about Super Speedway in this game is that the pit lane is basically as long as the track itself. Oh yeah, oh, you mean the, like, oh yeah, the wheelie Escudo. I'm planning to save the Escudo for, like, the wind. I'm probably gonna use something else for Super Speedway. "49 seconds. Any ideas of what?" Oh, for the Super Speedway Endurance? We'll see. I know it's like road and tuner cars that show up there, so... And I know I don't need, like, something with an obscene amount of power for that, so... And I have a lot of random vehicles in my garage that... And I want to try and use as many of them as I can, so... Alright. "53 seconds. Wonder at this rate if I'll... At the rate I'm deliberately sandbagging myself, I wonder if I'll be able to lap the NSX eventually. Doesn't really matter at this point, but... Yeah. It'd be cool to do. It would be easier if I pitted less frequently, but... I'm gonna keep doing this pit strategy. Alright, 55 seconds. Oh yeah, I've completely forgot about all the save stating nonsense. Alright. Yes, got a save state in. Without crashing this time. Yes, now you're safe. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've had issues with the game occasionally crashing a lot on the emulator, because I am doing this on an emulator, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. But I do have HD texture packs. An HD texture pack, yeah. Oh, you do this on an emulator too? Or are you just worried about it crashing? But yeah, I have an HD texture pack installed, so... I mean, earlier, when messing around, yeah. Also, I think the NSX just put it in, so... Yeah, because I have a pretty powerful PC. Oh yeah, the GT4 one, I've seen that. Have you heard about the Gran Turismo 3 concept mod that's in development? You know about the GT concept side titles, right? Yeah, well, what the GT3 concept mod does is it ports over the entire roster of cars from GT Concept into GT3 proper. And also, GT Concept has Autumn Ring, which wasn't in Gran Turismo 3 proper, so I think that's going to come over too. So, and between that and all the... Yeah. And between that, all the region-specific car variants that were already in the game, and also the handful of hidden cars in the game, I think GT3 Concept will... Yeah, cold tires. I think GT3 Concept is supposed to basically, like, double the car list that GT3 originally had. And also, I have been watching... I have been like watching the development of the mod, and from what I've seen, it looks like custom events might actually be possible. Because, I mean, from what I've seen, the GT3 concept mod is already covering pretty much all the bases of what I'd want out of a GT3 mod. Yeah. And I know a lot of... And I've been like watching the and I've like seen the developer talking about it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. I mean, I've also heard the mod is supposed to be able to work on native hardware. But yeah, I've been watching in the development of the mod, and it looks like it might be possible to like make custom events, because I know me and a lot of other people have ideas for like custom race events in the game. And I've also heard that the mod is supposed to like reshuffle prize cars. Yeah. I mean, I know I have like... I know a lot of... I mean, I know I have a lot of ideas of what events I'd want to add to this. Especially with all the cars that the mod would add. And also, outside the realm of Gran Turismo... Randomizer? Yeah, I know. You ever watch Dustin Eden's videos of the Gran Turismo 4 randomizer? I mean, it wasn't specifically like an actual thing, he was just like using a cheat program. Yeah. I mean, it would be fun to do that with this game too. Yeah. And I think he once got like a 43,000 horsepower Daihatsu out of all that. Also, now outside the realm of Gran Turismo, one racing game mod I plan to play in the future is the Platinum mod for Test Drive Unlimited. Now, I never played TDU back in the day, but I want to check out the Platinum mod for it, because it adds a bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, neither have I, but there's a mod pack for it called TDU Platinum, and it adds like hundreds of extra vehicles, and it restores the online functionality that the game originally had, and it even has HD texture mods, so you could upscale the game to like 4K if you wanted to. Because that's like a late XP, early Vista era title. Yeah. Oh, have you ever played the Gran Turismo 2 Plus mod? Oh, when I streamed Gran Turismo 2 back in like January of, well, I guess last year now, I streamed I streamed it with that mod. Now, Gran Turismo 2 Plus doesn't really doesn't add any new events, but what it mainly has is like some cut content. What it mainly does is restore content that was like cut or hidden in the game. And also it ports over several vehicles that no, that were only in the first game and never made it over. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really change what's already there, but it does have a lot of, like, bug fixes and stuff, too. So it's not, like, a huge... And I believe Gran Turismo 2 Plus does also work on native hardware if you mod the console. Alright, I'm now officially 2/3 of the way through the race. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna lap the NSX eventually at this rate. Also, I think we'll both have to pit on lap 42. Yeah, that's fair. So you're in Eastern time? Yeah, you might want to get to bed then. Thanks for coming over, though. Happy New Year, and good night, I guess. Oh yeah, I made this myself. I didn't put much effort into it. Good night. Yeah. I made this myself in Vroid, and it was yep, good night. I wonder if any of my friends are still alive at this hour. Alright. Lap 42. Alright, 80 minutes in. I could have listened to the whirlwind for this entire race, but no. Alright. Maybe I should open the window, because it gets hot in here with this computer on. At least I don't need a space heater. Oh, and there goes the NSX on lap 42. Ugh. I was trying to gotta get my phone there. Alright, I'm officially 3/4 of the way through this. So I should probably be done this in less than half an hour. Alright, now I'm officially 90 minutes through this race. And at this point I'm just kind of zoned out. And not looking to finish it. Alright. Final fifth of the race. Alright, I'm over 90 seconds ahead, so... And the NSX will have to pit soon, so... At this rate, I'm sure I'll be able to beat it by a whole lap. Wait, 75? Oh. I guess it hadn't caught up to when I pitted. And there goes the Castrol NSX in, so... At the very least, I'll probably get pretty close to lapping it. I mean, before the pit cycle was factored in, I was like over a minute and a half ahead, and so at this rate I should be able to lap it. It looks like it's heading into turn 1 now, or unless you count this kink as turn 1, which I don't. And I still have one, and we still both have one more pit stop left, so... Oh, and it looks like it's battling on track with the Arta NSX. I wonder if I'll be able to lap to pass the NSX on track before I make my final pit stop. Yep, there it is. And it looks like I'll be able to... Oh, I didn't notice I got a new fast lap at some point. And I did it again. Because I've been just kind of zoned out. Not completely, but... I've reached a rhythm, so... Bye-bye, Autobacks. Hello, Castrol. Did you know that Mugen isn't actually a part of Honda? They're actually completely separate companies. Although there is actually a family connection, since the founder of Mugen is the son of the founder of the Honda Motor Company. I see you, NSX. Hello, Don. What's up? You're catching the tail end of the Grand Valley 300 here. And I'm just about to actually take a one-lap lead here. And yep, I just did it. Yep. Anyway, merry calendar, miss. I mean... my plan for this stream was to do just the Grand Valley 300, so... Although I did spend like the first half hour messing around trying to figure out what car to use. Until I eventually settled on this thing, because... yeah. It's hard to say. The series has had a lot of cool vehicles over the years. Alright, final in lap. I've been pitting every 6 laps because I want... the NSX is pitting every 7, and I wanted a challenge, but that didn't work out. Even though I could probably theoretically stretch this car to like 10 laps a stint if I really wanted to. Sure, what is it? So what is your favorite car in the Gran Turismo series? I would like to know. Oh, the Dodge Viper concept? Yeah, I have that car in this. What about your favorite track? I'd say my favorite tracks, I'd say Grand Valley is one of my favorites. It's definitely one of the most iconic tracks. Although for like the newer tracks that are in the newer games, I'd have to say Lago Maggiore. That's my favorite. All right, final pit stop. And if you're wondering why I'm safe stating, it's because I've had issues with the emulator constantly crashing, and it did happen at least once earlier when messing around with different cars on this, but it hasn't happened during my run with the Skyline here, so. Alright. It's time to end this. Alright, 5 laps to go in the Grand Valley 300. Oh, yeah. Which test drive was it? Because I've never really played any of the test drive games. So, which test drive game featured the Viper concept anyway? But I don't really know that series that well. I do want to play Test Drive Unlimited at some point, though, because there's a big mod pack for it. Also, the NSX is on lap 56, and it should be pitting this lap, which means I will officially win this by a whole lap. One whole lap. Bye-bye, Honda. Alright, 3 laps to go. Alright. Now the real fun will come after the race when I get to see what prize car I win, because because there are 4 prize cars on the wheel. Let's see, one of them is I think the Spoon S2000 race car, which I already won, which I already have. Nissan R390 road car, Subaru Impreza LM, and one of the F1 cars. I think that's what the available prizes are here. I mean, I don't care about the Spoon S2000 since I already have one, and but any of the other cars I would be fine with. Two laps to go. Final lap. Eh, looks like it'll be just under an hour 55. Finally, it's done. I'm not letting everyone finish. 400,000 credits for that. Alright, that's alright. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Yeah. That's why we have emulation. Yes! I got the F1 car! And yes, I got it in pink! Yeah, this is why I don't play a lot of modern video games. Alright. And now this is actually an unlicensed version of the McLaren MP45B from 1990, which was driven by Ayrton Senna. It's got a V10 in it. Now, there's only one race where I'll specifically kind of need one of these, and that's, of course, there's a race specifically intended for these, but... So if I win any other F1 cars, which I'm guaranteed to do at least once, I don't know which one I'll use. This is the least powerful of them, actually, but... Anyway. Gonna save again, just to be sure. Yeah. I'll see which one I end up using once I actually, but we'll cross that road when we get to it. Anyways, that's it for the Grand Valley 300, and that's it for 2022. So, and as I go into 2023, I'll go through January and stuff. I'll be doing more of these, but I'm saving that for later on. Because, next up, we got the two American-based endurance races, the Seattle 100 miles and Laguna Seca 200 miles. Got a couple 2-hour timed races in here. Route 11, that'll be fun. Mazda Roadster Endurance. Tokyo, this is the longest race in the game. This one's basically the Monaco Grand Prix, but as a sports car race rather than a Formula event. And then we got an oval race, but I'll be saving those for later. Anyway, oops, I unplugged the controller. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Yes. Oh, and the model crashed. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna close down the emulator. And I don't think I'm gonna raid tonight, because I looked earlier and there wasn't anyone interesting I follow. There wasn't really anything interesting going on, so anyway. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this session. Thanks for tuning in, and eh, screw it. Let's do a raid anyway. I saw someone live, so. Anyways, talk to you folks. Talk to you folks later.